Lucia Davis, and you're listening to the Pop-Up Podcast. Hooray, we're here. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Mubarak. Hi, Henry. Thanks. Is that a gift for me? It's not from you, though, is it?
It's not from me.
It's from my friend Yasmine. Here she is. Hi, Yasmine.
Hello.
Thank you. She gave it me downstairs, but I've brought it upstairs. I've taken my shoes off because I'm in a mosque, and out of respect, to come and visit my friend during the holy month. Here she is, the gorgeous, gorgeous Yasmin Toor. Lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you.
And just while I'm holding your hand, look at that. Does anybody know at home what this is? It's henna, is that right?
Yes, it's henna, and it's got another name called Mendi.
Mendi.
Mendi,
Okay.
yeah. And at the moment it's the orange colour, but it will change slowly into a darker colour, because I had this put on yesterday.
Wow.
This is today, so by tomorrow I will have the same.
So really you'd think it would fade, like nail varnish would fade, but no, it goes darker.
It goes darker, yeah.
Wow.
And it'll probably stay for like about 2 to 3 weeks. Depends how much I wash my hands, but I usually use gloves when I'm washing up.
Right.
So.
Well, they look beautiful. Your hands look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do the patterns symbolise anything?
It's just like it shows different cultures, so it's really ethnic.
Nice.
Ethnic touch, really.
Because I've been on holiday abroad, and sometimes there'll be people on the beach coming over and offering to do some henna patterns. And I've had one on my shoulder done before now.
Oh, with henna?
With henna, yeah. So this Mendi handbag, this is during Ramadan. Or do you do it all year round? Or?
Oh no, normally it's like, okay, you can do it anytime really, but normally it's symbolised if there's any happy occasion.
Yeah.
So because obviously we'll be fasting for a whole month.
Sure.
So Eid al-Fitr is like, we call it small Eid as well.
Okay.
So it's like a big celebration. So that's really for a celebration if there's a wedding, there's a party.
Nice.
Yeah. And,
really stands out, and you've got beautiful hands as well. So
and it's just nice
blends
to,
well.
you know.
Nice, really nice. Thank you for explaining that. Because sometimes people don't know. I ask everything, me. Because I've worked with children as long as I have, and children ask me everything. Like, you know, why is your hair yellow? Or now, why is it grey? You know, they'll just say very direct things. And over the years, I've just kind of become numb to that. I'm like, well, it is what it is. So I'm a bit, so talk to me about that. So thank you for explaining. It's lovely, lovely. Let me have a look in here. I'm about to go on a radio show after this podcast because you've invited me on, haven't you?
Yes,
Again,
yes.
This is the 3rd year now.
It's a great honour, and it's always a pleasure to invite you. Because there's so many people look forward to listen to you on TV.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And that wonderful work that you do.
Thank you.
And it's important to support and promote that inspirational work that you do.
We're community queens. We like to bring people together, don't we?
We do.
That's why we're friends.
Definitely.
You know, we do nice things. You do good things happen.
Yeah.
It's very much our ethos, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
hence, I got you a little present. I've brought some sunflowers for you to grow and some dates, because during Ramadan, you break the fast by eating a date.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And they're really sweet. They're really tasty.
Because our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he used to open his fast with the date. So we just follow his footstep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask a question, because it's just coming to my mind. So, you know how you'll eat, I'm thinking a plum turns into, does that turn into a prune?
I don't know.
See? So you can buy a tin of prunes, but it's not a prune. It doesn't start off as a prune. It's a dried plum. So the dates that we eat, they're dried, aren't they? And they're sweet, and you pull them apart. But what was the fruit originally?
Right,
is
okay.
Do you know?
So it's got a seed inside.
Yes.
Which is really, really hard.
Yeah.
Hard seed. And normally they grow in a really hot climate.
Right.
So it's like, for example, Saudi is one of the, there's a lot of hot countries around the world.
Okay.
But we normally tend to buy from Saudi.
Right.
Especially for the holy month of Ramadan.
Yes.
So it's a hard seed. You plant, normally you plant any plants.
Right.
And it'll grow into a big tree.
Wow.
So the dates that you see, they're not all dry. They're like nice and juicy.
So it's a date tree. It's not like a bush.
No.
It's
It's
a
big. It's like
tree
a
trunk, and then
Yeah, it's not exactly like a palm tree, but
Okay.
it's a bit like
Grows
like
tall though.
It
and
grows
then
tall, and
yeah.
then you can actually see lots of
the fruit hanging.
and there's just so many different types
Wow.
of dates as well.
Wow.
Different sizes, shapes, colours.
Yeah. Well, I've brought you a box.
Oh,
Don't
thank
eat them
you.
all at once, will you?
Oh no.
Because you might have a tummy ache if you eat them all at once. If
I'll
you
have
eat
to
too much
share
fruit,
because I like
share them.
sharing with my
I
family.
think so.
Yeah.
It's lovely. So let me have a look in here. Thank you so much. Oh wow! Look at those. I'm going to guess.
Right, I was
Do you
going
want
to
tell
say,
me?
guess what?
Are they headscarves?
Yes.
Because I see you're wearing a beautiful headscarf today, and I have bought you one before now, haven't I?
You
When I've
did,
come on the
and-
radio before, I brought you one.
And I absolutely loved that one.
Oh, I
And
love
so
all
this
of
one, it's got a
these.
bit of like, because Eid is symbol of celebration after
Yes.
30 days Ramadan. So it's got a bit of a glitter inside.
Wow.
So you can wear the scarf.
Sparkly party time. Love
yeah,
it.
so you can wear it like the way I've got my beautiful shawl.
Right.
So you can wear it on your shoulder. You
Nice.
can wear it around the neck, or you can wear it on over the head. So there's lots of different ways of wearing it.
Okay.
And actually it'll be quite interesting. Do you want to,
Yeah.
should we do a bit of a modelling?
Yes, please. You show me. Wow. Love the colour as well. Frankie's favourite colour, my daughter Frankie. I always talk about Frankie because she's my daughter and I love her, but she loves blue. And now you've given me 3, maybe I could give one to her.
Yeah, so yes.
Okay, microphone. Oh, is it falling
no,
off?
you
I
stay
can't
here.
move.
Yeah, you can stay
Okay.
here. I can just do it. So one of the way of wearing, so the way I'm wearing my scarf,
Yes.
so you can wear,
So you drape over the shoulder.
so, and you can just look like a pretty butterfly.
I do look like a pretty butterfly. I feel like a pretty butterfly.
So that's
Oh,
one
that's
way.
nice. It just drapes. Do you know it makes me feel very regal? Do you feel regal?
I do.
Queen Yasmin and Queen Lucia. Yeah, it does. It makes me feel very...
And it rests on the shoulder, so it doesn't really fall. But
Right.
if you really feel that, and that kind of material it is,
Yes.
it really doesn't fall. So that's one way of putting a scarf on.
Feels
And
really
the other way
lightweight.
is you can do, there's loads of different ways.
Yeah.
So the other way you can do is
Okay.
like this way.
Oh, nice.
So that's another way of putting
This reminds
scarf.
me of walking to school. I used to have a snood. Do you know what a snood is? Yeah. So it was like one piece of material. Do you know this, Henry?
Yeah.
Do you know a snood? And you put, I think they wear them for skiing now. Skiing snoods. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
so-
feels a little bit like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another way of wearing it.
Yeah.
And then a different way of wearing it, you can actually wear this way.
Yep.
And this is another way of like being a
butterfly. I love it. Henry, what do you think?
Looks like a butterfly.
I look like a butterfly. Yeah, it suits me, doesn't it?
And then another way of wearing a scarf.
another way?
is, yes, there's
Okay,
loads of different.
wow.
You can be so creative.
Yeah.
And another way of wearing is this way.
Oh, I like this. This makes me feel cosy. Yeah, it's really comforting.
Another way of wearing scarf.
Oh, it's nice. Do you know what? I was invited to an iftar. In fact, I've been invited to 3 this month, right? I feel very, very honoured. And again, lovely people. Food is gorgeous. Such a peaceful time as the sun sets and we break fast and have food together. And I did wear one in the mosque because I just thought...
I saw your picture.
Yeah, did you see it? I thought,
absolutely
I thought I'll pop
gorgeous,
one on,
yeah.
you know, because why not? And it's nice and it's respectful. And although I'm not a Muslim myself, when I come into a shared space like that, it was an interfaith celebration as well. I just felt I wanted to take my shoes off and I wanted to cover my head and be part of the crowd, and it was lovely, and I felt really peaceful about that. So there's 2. Is it hijab and so do Muslim women is it like a necessity to cover their head in a mosque when they come in, or a preference, or could they wear the scarf in a different way like we just wore them just then?
So
How would that work?
in Muslim faith,
Yeah.
you're supposed to put a scarf on, cover your hair.
Okay.
And then some ladies, they choose to, if I just show another
Sure, please
slightly
do.
another way,
I love it.
and if they want to, so that's their own choice.
Yes.
There's no force.
I think
So-
I would wear it like this.
So
I feel so regal. Oh, I love it.
So this is another way.
Yeah.
And I think especially the corona time,
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
they didn't really needed to wear a mask because
Oh, wow.
that is another way of putting
Covering
scarf-
up as well,
covering your
yeah.
face,
Because there was a lot of, people having to wear masks during COVID.
Yeah,
So you could just wear it like
You
this?
can wear it like this.
Yeah.
So, and then normally, obviously, it's not, so some people will just wear on the shoulder or sometimes. Sorry.
So there's so much flexibility in it and so much creativity, like you said.
Yeah,
that-
and then
Yeah, wear it how you like.
and the other way is.
I love it.
And there's different, so for example, where I'm from.
Where are you from, Yasmin?
So Punjab from Pakistan, even though I was born in Oldham.
Yes.
So the way so it represents different towns as well.
Yes.
So the way I will wear scarf in my traditional town. it
So
will
would
be
you
in-
say that you're Bangladeshi or English or both?
I'm Pakistani.
Pakistani.
Yes, I'm Pakistani.
But you were born here?
I was born in Oldham.
Yeah. I was born in Manchester. I was born at St Mary's Hospital.
So I was born in Boundary Park Hospital.
Okay.
And it was, things have changed obviously over the years. But I was born in Oldham, but then after when I was about 3-4 years old, I had to go back to Pakistan because my grandma was really, really poorly.
Oh.
And sadly she passed away. And my auntie and my uncle, my auntie's a doctor now, but that time she was a teenager and my mum had to, and my dad had to go and look after her because obviously she couldn't come here.
Yeah.
So my mum was like a second mother to her, even though she was a sister-in-law. So she became a doctor. My dad was a doctor.
Right.
And then, so I came back to UK when I was about 14.
Okay.
So I've learnt my, the early education from Pakistan. So let's say I've done up to a GCSE in Pakistan.
Okay.
And it was a timing when I came to UK, it was it was good 3-4 months time, it was a GCSE exams here.
Right.
So I
I'm sorry to interrupt for a second. I'm just trying to picture it as well. So when you're studying, which language are you studying in?
Right, okay, so English is my 5th language.
Stop the clock. Henry, did you get that? I did a little bit of French, I've done a little bit of German at school. So hang on a minute, let's rewind that for a second. So your 5th language.
5th language is English. So in Pakistan
Beautiful and clever. Okay.
So my mother tongue was Punjabi.
Okay, Punjabi.
Academic language was Urdu.
Urdu.
Yeah.
Did I say it correctly?
Urdu, yes.
Urdu.
And then we learned Arabic because of our Holy Quran. We had to learn Arabic.
Yes.
And then Persian, Farsi.
Wow, Farsi, yeah.
And then English. Yeah.
Here's a funny question. Okay. What do you think in when you're speaking English? And sometimes if you're speaking in Punjabi, what are you thinking in? Do you think in one thing and speak in another tongue, or is it all aligned? It's a funny question, isn't it? But I'm just trying to, if you've got 5 languages in your head, Henry, your thought process, they start and then we have a conversation like now. What are you thinking in?
Right, this is interesting. So it depends who I'm talking to.
Okay.
Because it's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
And sometimes people even ask me, which language do you dream?
Yes, what language do you dream in? That's a great question. See, you can ask anything. It's fabulous. So, yeah, what do you think in then?
Right,
what are you thinking in now? Because I'm English. You're speaking to me in English.
So I am actually thinking English,
Okay.
but because I need to explain certain things.
Right.
So I'm thinking 2 things at the same time, because when I'm explaining about scarves, so in my head I'm thinking about, for example, I explain this is way in my city in Pakistan, I will wear my scarf this way.
Yes.
Or when I go to, for example, mosque, I wear it in a different way. So I'm thinking everything really. So it's kind of switching on and off from one language to another, from one culture to another.
That fascinates me. Henry, did you think that?
I've done a little bit of Spanish, so
Oh, okay. Do you think in English and translate into Spanish and say
every
Spanish
time.
words?
every time.
Because I do if I'm speaking French, and I only speak a little bit of French, but when I go over there and let's say I'm ordering a meal or, bonjour, ça va, oui, ça va, très bien, I'm kind of, it's like I've learnt how to say it and I'm not really thinking in it. I just think, what do I want to say? And then the French words come out. But it sounds as if you're translating in your head and moving, and it's like shape-shifting with language, sounds like.
And even when I'm typing, for example, like in Urdu language, so I'm thinking under my which finger, what word come in English word, and then translate it into Urdu, and then type. So my brain is very busy thinking. So for example, like if it's A is under which finger, and the translation is like alif in Urdu. So if I'm typing in Urdu, so it's like thinking which, like learning the keyboard, and then thinking and translating and typing. So it's very, very busy.
Multitasking, your brain, you must be exhausted. You must have to
actually
go and have a little nap in the afternoon. Do you?
Not really, because I love what I enjoy whatever I'm doing.
Yes.
So I enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a lovely energy about you. You've got a lovely aura. We've known each other for 10 years now. Yasmin and I first met when you were the mayoress of Oldham.
Yes,
I was like,
2015,
wow,
2016.
I'm meeting the mayor. And you looked beautiful. You both did. You were there with your husband, and he had the ceremonial chains on. And I remember thinking, wow, this is, I've hit the big time meeting the mayor and mayoress of Oldham. I really did. And
that gold was about 7 kilos.
Really?
And then mayoress's chain had 365 diamonds in there. That was a present from the Queen. So whoever is a mayoress in Oldham, that's been it's a great honour to have the chain of office for that 12 months that you in your mayoral role and mayoress's role. Yeah.
When you were a little girl, did you ever think one day I will grow up and become the mayoress?
No, I always wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
And because around me I've seen all the time doctors. So my dad was a doctor, my aunt was a doctor, my dad's brother was a doctor.
Lots of doctors.
My granddad was a herb specialist.
Oh, wow.
So I used to go out with my dad and my granddad, because my dad was a doctor and a herb specialist.
Yes.
So we used to go out to find different herbs which can heal people.
Oh.
So I wanted to be like a healer, a doctor.
Can you see why I'm like one of her biggest fans? She's so gorgeous. So lovely. But you didn't become a doctor.
I didn't become
Your
a
life
doctor.
didn't go down that path, no.
It didn't, but I've done lots of things in my life. But just to touch on the doctor bit, I did end up working for different hospitals. So I worked for speech and language therapy department for about 8 years. About 13 years I worked in another hospital in Tameside.
Yes.
So I was a head of language services. So there was about over 300 languages that I was sort of dealing with, all the staff. 24-hour service, worked in the community, in the hospital, home visits with all different health professionals. So that bit is like, even though I couldn't become a doctor, but at least I've...
Yes, you've been in the medical field, haven't you?
That way. But then, and I write poetry. I write poetry in 3 languages.
I can't believe it.
It wasn't hard enough just in the one.
Just the one. I'll just, write poetry in 3 and be multilingual and have 5 languages. Wow, I'm so inspired by you.
So I write poetry in Urdu, English and Punjabi.
Can you think of a poem off the top of your head right now that maybe you could say?
You put me on a spot now.
And you're writing poetry. Do you write it to be read? Like you'll write it and then people share your work and then people read it, or do you perform it?
Actually, you know what? I should have brought my book, because I published
you have
a
it
book.
written down. Yeah.
I've got my own book published, and I received the award on that book. But it's at home.
Can we put some links in, please, Henry, so that people can find Yasmin's book? Because I would like a copy of that book as well. So where can I get that book?
It's at the moment. It is a hard copy.
Okay.
It is written in Urdu.
Wow.
But I've got some poetry in English as well.
Yeah, nice.
And when I'm doing a poetry, this is another interesting fact. When you talked about which language I think and all that. So when a poem is, when I'm writing a poem, I can't cheat with the languages. It's not the word cheating. I don't know what's the word. So if it's coming in English, if I try to write in Urdu, I can't. It has to be in English.
Right.
It just won't happen. If I'm writing in Punjabi, I can't change it into Urdu. So it has to, whatever I'm inspired.
Yes, it has to stay in that language. It has to
stay in that language.
Wow.
And it's, and I feel really, really feel gifted, because I think writing poetry and feel inspired and inspire others. So one of the poem which it's in Urdu, it's also in my book, but I'll just quickly translate it, just like overall a meaning, and especially about women. Because that's one of my women rights. I do write about nature, but I feel women are very precious because we are multitasking, and sometimes we don't get that
recognition.
Maybe? Yeah. So this poem is about the women are, because we're pretty.
Yes.
So the title of the poem is in Urdu is called Seep, Pearl. So we are the pearls, and we are under the sea, right underneath the sea.
Yeah.
And we're still in the shell.
Yes.
And we are the pearl in that shell. And people are finding us, when you meet people. And so as a pearl, I'm saying, when you go to the jeweler, the only jeweler knows the value of the pearl.
Yes.
So, and I'm saying to the world, don't open that shell unless you know the value of the pearl.
Oh, I love that.
Because if you know the value of the pearl, you might waste that, you might lose that pearl, you won't give that, you won't be able to do the justice or the honor or whatever that pearl deserves.
Yeah.
So it only needs to be
so nice.
a right person.
Yeah, that's a precious message. I love that. Do you like that, Henry?
Yes, lovely.
Really nice, really nice. Well, do you know what? We've got to go because, I don't know why I'm doing this, I'm not wearing a watch. It means we've got to go because we're about to go on your radio show.
Oh, yes.
So before we go, I'll tell you a little bit, or could you tell us a little bit about Ramadan Radio? Oh, and on the way here, I was thinking, I wonder if I could write a quick jingle. And I was thinking of this, Ramadan Radio, Ramadan Radio. You're listening to Yasmin Toor on Ramadan Radio. Maybe a bit much. Yasmin's a lot more subtle than me. So it would be lovely to go on your show in a minute. But just tell me very quickly how you got started in radio. She's a DJ. How did she get involved in radio and where can people listen to you?
So the Radio Ramadan is 87.7 FM.
87.7 FM.
Yeah. Yep. But I started radio very young age. I think I was probably 17.
Oh, wow.
I did work as BBC Radio Leeds, Oldham Hospital Radio, and lots of different community radio. But this particular Radio Ramadan I've been doing for, I think that's over 10 years probably.
Yeah.
So it's, and this is, people can hear worldwide because they can hear online as well.
Amazing.
And it's all about really, so even though it's a holy month of Ramadan, it's all about Muslim faith and how Muslims as a faith and as a people and community, how we deal with other communities.
Yes.
And we celebrate each other's work. So, and also promote Islamic teaching because Islam teach peace and harmony.
Yes.
And I think that's really, like I'm inspired from your work, the work that you do with around the world, really.
Thank you.
And I think I found lots of things common in our...
our values align, don't they?
Yeah.
Same
and I just feel it's really important to showcase what you do because the work that you do, that's for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's one of the Islam's teaching is that you treat everyone equal.
Yes, absolutely.
You be respectful, you'll be helpful, and you make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
So I would like to hear your work that you do and inspire the world.
Well, you'll have to tune in to Ramadan Radio with me.
87.7 FM.
And the gorgeous Yasmin Toor. Thank you so much again for coming in.
Oh,
and thank you for my gorgeous shawl. Is it a shawl? A scarf?
Scarf, yeah.
A scarf.
So that's a scarf and this is the shawl.
The shawl. I love it. And we'll see you next time on the Pop-Up Podcast. Thanks, Henry. See you next time. Bye. Bye.